I primed the figure with 3 thin layers of Citadel spray primer. The face is one of the most important parts of all miniatures. So I apply Bugman's Glow as the base color. I use a size 1 brush from Artist Opus Series M. As always, applying the well-known thin layers. Three thin layers should be enough. I add a little Kislev flesh to the previous color to start highlighting the face. I focus on the bridge of the nose and the cheeks. By the way, for a good blending effect, having the base color and mixing it with the highlight color is recommended. I highlight it little by little. I continue highlighting with Flayed 1 Flesh. Where? On the previous areas, but reducing the area that gets highlighted. If you over-highlight it, you will obscure the previous step, and we do not want that. Little by little, I especially use the tip of the brush. To paint the eyelids, I mix Barak Nar with a little of the base color. Before finishing the face, I will paint the hair and beard. I do it in order to get an idea of how the color of the skin and the hair will look together.
Antes de continuar con el vídeo de pintura, te tengo que decir que hoy empieza el Black Friday y para celebrarlo he sacado este pack, el Black Angel. Consiste en mis 2 libros más la figura de Erdana y Jorvin. Esta oferta solo cuesta 105 € y los portes son gratis. Este pack solo dura desde el 25 de noviembre hasta el 2 de diciembre, solo disponible en mi página web. Es una buena oportunidad para aprender a pintar miniaturas y qué mejor manera usando mis libros y las figuras. Te dejo aquí mi web. Nos vemos, bebesotes.
With a lighter orange and yellow, I highlight the hair and beard. Leaving the base color in the deepest areas is very important. As I highlight, I focus on the strands, especially on the upper ones. I used saturated color on the hair to make it stand out. If you want, you may reduce the intensity by mixing a little brown with the orange. The hair is finished. I also retouched the highlights of the skin a bit. Now it is time to use Caliban Green to paint the base color of the coat. This color has excellent coverage, so 2 layers should be enough. To highlight the coat, I will use a desaturated green color. I want highlighted but also muted fabrics, is using a green color that contains white. This one also includes some brown. We should highlight the wrinkles, leaving the base color in the deepest areas. Notice how I apply more layers to the upper areas of the cloak to create contrast with the lower areas. To continue highlighting the coat, but without losing the hue, I use Ogren Camo. It is a light green color that contains yellow, so I mix it with the previous color and use it to highlight only the upper wrinkles. To apply the final highlights, I add a little flayed one flesh to the mix. I highlight the wrinkles on the shoulders, which is an extreme point of light. Just a little. Be careful. I also outline the edge of the hood. Finally, shading it is quite simple. I add a little black to the base color. And the coat is finished. I use these colors to paint the clothes. Then, I apply this contrast color to quickly outline everything. Using contrast colors to save time outlining is a great method, since these colors flow more than a normal one. Once it dries, we start the highlighting process. The point is to get a muted color in order to get a strong contrast with the face. The sword is another important part of the figure, which I will apply an NMM technique. Long ago, I released a beginner's video explaining this technique. Here's the link. Starting with a greenish gray and then highlighting it with lighter colors. For example, I use gray and then white to paint the extreme points of light. The upper edge of the sword is the part I will highlight the most. Outlining the edges is important as well. More white to the tip of the sword. I use a green color to shade it. This way, I combine its tones with the coat. I painted everything else off camera. If you have any questions about how I did it, please let me know in the comments section. Finally, I will apply a dry brush to the ruin. It should be something quick and flashy. I am using a greenish gray color, and then to highlight it, I will use ochre and brown colors, which are colors I already had on the wet palette. And the figure is finished.